for the Welcome back to Nerdocracy, the show for nerds governed by nerds. We are your humble nerdocrats and hosts. This week, Jordan Alberto and Sean. Sean, what's up, brother?
Good evening. Not much. How are you?
Hey, boys.
Doing good, man. Doing good. We talked about it last week, having Sean on the show, and it has come to fruition. We do hope that Tom is fine doing things we cannot speak about, but if you get online, you'll see it. You'll see it next week. It's going to be great. But hope Tom's good, not stressing out, as he tends to do.
Yeah.
But we're here. We're going to bullshit because there ain't a whole hell of a lot going on. And I know none of us have had time to go to the theaters and watch things. So we're just going to, we're going to see what the hell we get into. I got a whole list of notes. It does you two no good, but I got a whole list of notes.
This is going to be fun.
Great. Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. One thing I do want to do, though, and I want to start off with this, and I'm going to pull us over here. And bring it up in a minute. We are going to, we're moving around. We're going to spend a minute praising Sean. So anyone that knows this show, it is about, it's Nerdocracy. It's about all things nerdy, all things pop culture. But one of our main focuses, because it's our passion, is toy photography. It's what we do. And there is no one better than Sean Canary, visual approach photo. And I just want to praise his work. He's the Star Wars king, dude. The Star Wars king. There's nobody better.
There's nobody
so
left in Star Wars. It's just me.
Well, there you go. There you go. You've cornered the market then, so you're fine, dude. You're fine.
He's doing fine. Yeah, he's okay. Yeah,
it used to be like every toy photographer on the planet was crushing Star Wars. And now there's just a handful of people that kind of dabble in. Black Series is touching it. 97 Parsecs touches it, but like it's like
every so often if I get some. I've been trying to shoot the Han Solo, the Return of the Jedi, until I saw the Empire Strikes Back. I was like, oh shit.
Put it right back in the box.
No, it's there. I'm gonna do some with it eventually. So
well, I mean, we don't have to. I get my Star Wars creative fix anytime Sean posts something Star Wars related. I'm like, okay, I'm good. I can never top that. It inspires me, but it's perfect, so it's fine.
You keep selling yourself. You keep selling yourself short, man.
Yes, you do. Yes,
I'm not selling myself short. Look at this one. Look at this one right here. Just look at it.
Well, you sell yourself short. It's a beautiful shot, but yeah, we're gonna have to work on your self-esteem and then leave.
Brother, in high school, I weighed 340 pounds. My self-esteem went out the window in high school, and it's never coming back. I can tell you that. It's gone.
That's quite an accomplishment. That's an incredible accountment.
My first girlfriend broke up with me because I was too fat. That is a quote. And the rest is history. You know,
she sounds horrible.
Yeah. She was a bitch.
Yeah.
But I hope she's doing fine.
Tied to the railroad track somewhere.
There's a specific level in the 9 hells for those kind of people. So it'll be okay.
Wait, there are 9 hells?
According to Dante, I think there are 9 hells.
Jeez, I thought there was only 7. Oh man, I'm fucked.
9?
There's a freight elevator to get to the other 2.
There's express elevator.
Yeah, passenger
elevator. I say, I hope I could stop at 7 now. I got 2 more levels. Shit.
Well, this is a fabulous Star Wars shot. I remember I picked this one for when I did that show with Trevor back in the day, and it's just.
I love the walker. I just love that the underside of the AT-AT is more interesting than the rest of it, I think, because there's places for the light to create shadows.
It's a Force perspective that got us into the shot, dude. You do awesome work with different scales and the perspective. It's always been that way. So
I
can help
a lot of stormtroopers in there. I think that might be all of them. For me, that's the ones that I have that are open. Anyway,
you got to do something with GI Joe like that, man. So.
Yeah, someday.
So that is all set. Like that's all set. You didn't take different photographs with each stormtrooper and work them in. That's just all.
No, the little ones in the back. Well, they're actually standing exactly right next to the Black Series ones. They're vintage collection ones. They're just close to.
So they're scaling.
And if you shoot low enough and you can't see the terrain, you can create the illusion that they're farther away, even though they're right next to them. So and then I used a bigger Vader to make him look even closer. It's the hyper-real Vader is
I have that Vader,
concept. It's a great idea. I thought it was well executed. It just the elements and just time are not kind to that figure. It just kind of breaks and melts and
it's like a Play-Doh Vader. So it's
mine kind of liquefied in the boots. It started to melt. And both ankles are broken, so you can like take his boot off and see the metal.
And they did it look Skywalker, and I'm not even going to get into that one.
I thought it lended itself beautifully to Vader. I have two of them because they made their way to Ollie's and Ross's for like $20 a piece. So I got a second one, and the same exact thing happened to him. He turns gray, like the uniform turns gray. But
holy shit.
Yeah, but I still shoot him. I just I paint over a little bit of that with some like gray, like a layer of soft light gray, just to darken them up a little bit.
You can sell the final fight in Bespin with that look, at least if you spray paint a little bit over the damage. But the concept, the idea was good, but the execution was terrible because it's like a bendy wire figure at the end. So it's.
Yeah, the endoskeleton's pretty solid, but it's sometimes you can lose the shoulder joint. You don't know what orientation it's in, and it's tricky. But I'm happy with it. I still shoot him every once in a while.
Yeah, then it's a figure worth having. If it's if it's something you can photograph, it's worth having.
Yeah, I agree. I like him a lot.
Oh, this one, I absolutely love this, dude.
I did a shot similar to this with the old figure, and I recently got into buying very large backdrops from Amazon, like photo backdrops. So that's like a 5x7 like sunset that I bought, so I can shoot 6 scale in front of it. Like the original photo I took with the 1.0, he's kind of in front. I used to have things printed on like paper and for my backgrounds. And he didn't quite fit really. So, and I couldn't put the speeder in the shot. This shot, I had enough of a background where I could put. I have 2 probe droids now, one from the 1.0 and one from the 2.0, and I was able to get the speeder in there too. So, it was really fun. The face is incredible.
Which I have to thank because I'm using the backdrops also now. I'm trying to do a larger scale shots, so the backgrounds help a lot. So.
They're great. I use them with Castle Grayskull. I use them with everything now. I bought this stupid scaffold. I bought you get it all on sale on Amazon, and it comes with a couple sandbags, and you just clip the background to it, and it's just a dream because then you can kind of work the angle that you want without running out of background.
And for me, it works because it doesn't, I can light it any way I want. It's not like I have a TV screen, which it messes with my kind of shooting. So it works. I bought like a desert background, a mountain backdrop, and a lot of stuff. So I angled the diorama so it gives the illusion of space. So I've been so
it's great.
It's awesome, because it opens up
and they're like $15. They're like nothing, and they're huge. I iron most of them once, so
that's what I gotta do, dude. Because I've been healing those folds, or just what I do since it's long exposure. I just put the fogger in, and it creates the illusion of actual clouds. And so at 30 seconds, it gives that it creates that atmosphere. So
I've got to get away from Digirama because that's It's a challenge.
I've never used it because it accidentally adds light that I don't want in the shot unless I'm shooting moonlight or something. So it creates shadow where I don't want the shadows to pop up. So I asked Sean what he was doing. He used the wallpapers I used to print out, but now he jumped into the backdrop. So I started getting on Amazon and cheap too. So
super cheap, and there's a ton of them. There's a ton of
options.
I mean, there's definitely more options with Digirama, but if you have a polarizer, it's okay. It kind of helps cut some of that, but it's like I don't have the room for like a 75-inch TV, and then I got to put my laptop in the garage. My garage is full of, I got the just tables of dioramas now, so it's like it just kind of I just don't have the room to do it.
Yeah,
and it's effort. It's like I just don't want to make the shift to Digirama. This is my comfort level, and I'm old, and I refuse to learn new things.
Yeah, that's my struggle. I use a 28-inch TV for my Digiramas, so trying to get
it open. You do a lot of 1/6, and if you jump to that, that technique that at least I'm trying to learn and trying to apply now, it'll open a whole world of possibilities for you. So, especially with Lord of the Ring figures and that kind of stuff,
there's lots of fields and forests and mountains available on Amazon. And they're a dream to light because you're not getting a ton of reflection.
Exactly.
And you don't have to be close to it. I'm assuming if you're shooting something that's with a 28-inch, you have to have the figure has to be relatively close to the monitor, and then you get to some of the light you don't want.
Yep. Happens all the time.
This backdrop was probably like 24 inches behind the figure. It's big enough where he was able to be far enough away because he's backlit and side lit, so I was able to still position the lighting to the side and behind him, even with the backdrop there.
That's my struggle. I struggle with backlighting because I've got to have everyone.
But that's the thing. If you try this, it'll be more fun because it gives you the option to, and it's not too much. I thought it was going to be a hassle in the beginning, but absolutely not. It just gives you, for the cropping, for the angling, for everything, you feel a little bit more freedom when you're trying to shoot, and it doesn't take away from the way you want to shoot it, but it gives you the option to, to create something. So I love it. I don't think I'm going back now. So, and it's cheap, dude. It's something you can get like 3 maybe backdrops and the thing to put them on for like less than $30, man. So it's not
so cheaper than my Adobe stock subscription every month.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, that answers that. Meant to praise the shot, and we just changed my whole shooting style, which I'm fine with. Do it.
Give it a try, man.
I will.
I think you will like it. Yeah.
Speaking of Legion's Con, though,
I finally been dying to photograph him, and
it's so tough.
I just hadn't found anything that I was like excited about. So I was like, I wonder if I can make him like a giant, which completely betrays the lore. And like, I'm such a terrible fan because it's like I get a figure and I'm like, I don't care what his name is. I don't care how tall he actually is. I don't care what his affiliation is. I'm just gonna plug him into this Star Wars photo, and I mean, but I that was the idea. See if I could make him look like he was towering over the stormtroopers and having
mission accomplished, sir.
I feel like that's the beauty of Mythic Legions or Cosmic Legions, though, is that's really what they foster. Like, if you don't want to care at all about the lore, it's fine. You can pop and swap this figure into whatever the fuck you want it to be. Like, it's pure creativity.
That's why I gravitate towards it. I like doing that, but I do like, and maybe I shouldn't. I'm the consumer. I can do whatever the hell I want with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I do think about that. Like, I think about it with Valaverse, who I'm close to to Bobby and the team there, and so when I want to set up a shot, like I want them to be the focus of it. I don't want to use them as cannon fodder. But I see like a lot of people do use them in their Joe shots and other shots.
That's filler.
And so anyway, it's like I have this like misplaced sense of guilt and responsibility when I do, and it's so dumb. Like, who cares? It's a photo of a toy holding up another toy, so it's like,
yeah. But I understand it has to do. I have that OCD too, that I cannot mix and match media. So if I'm shooting Mezco, it has to be something around Mezco, and if it's Batman, it has to be within the world of Batman, or there's something generic, a gangster or something that I can put into the shot. So I get you. I understand. Don't worry.
My mental hurdles.
Yeah.
But
I wanted, I wanted to do a Thanos shot with Doctor Doom and Hot Toys, but then my mind was, this is the Doctor Doom from the comics. This is Thanos from the MCU, so I'm not gonna do the shot. So
and they feel so different.
Exactly.
And they don't look. Yeah, it's like the Thanos from the MCU looks like Josh Brolin.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like the Ron Lim Thanos, from when I was a much younger person. So I wouldn't mind if they did a comic
book Thanos. Yeah,
that'd be wonderful. Incredible.
But I get it, dude. No way. That's a real thing.
Well, all of those anxieties aside, this shot is phenomenal.
It is phenomenal.
Thank you. He looks good.
Yeah,
he's covered in all of these like craggy bits and stuff that the light does nice things with. So
now you can sell it with, it's an alien, it's Star Wars. You can sell maybe the stormtroopers are invading an unknown planet and this alien race is there and they're fighting back. So it's completely
He's cleaning house.
Literally.
But it's like, I like using the little vintage collection ones. I just thought it was funny that they're so terrible. They're just shooting him in the ass.
That tracks though. They're stormtroopers.
Or trying to shoot him in the ass.
They're trying. They're still probably missing his ass, but they're trying. Damn it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's good, fun times.
This one is great because Alberto, I should have included your photo.
No,
this was a collaboration shot.
Yeah.
No. And Alberto's the reason I bought this figure. He took the picture of him with holding with his finger on the ring. And I was like, fuck. And I bought it like within 30 minutes of seeing that photo. And I was like, oh my God, he's not waitlisted. He's not pre-order. He was like available to ship. So I'm looking at him right now. He's in the case over here.
But going back to what we were talking about, this is the possibilities of what you can do with what we were talking about with your 1/6 scale, Jordan. So you see,
with the backgrounds,
and he fits. I have to. So it's like I had to shoot him with the lava diorama, largely because it was the only terrain base I had that that was big enough for him to be in, and so I could get far enough away so he could see his whole body. But then I thought like the hot and the cold kind of worked. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna ride this out and see where it goes. And he just looks so good. He's unbelievable.
It's phenomenal.
He was a sleeper hit. I still love that figure.
I know it's a good figure when my wife, who is hard to get excited about this kind of stuff, saw me watching a review and she was like, whoa, like that's legit. I was like, okay, all right. So I'm not just a mark. He does look really good.
Yes. I always love when I get that affirmation from my wife as well. It's like, oh, okay. I'm fine with spending this money. It's that good.
Yeah. Watch this. I don't need much of a push. Just a little nudge.
No. Yeah. I just need a nudge right out the door.
Yeah.
But we'll probably get another Balin figure with I would imagine, right? Because now Rory's playing Balin in the next season of Ahsoka.
He's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I love Rory McCann. I met him and my the top of my head came up to about, I've got a photo, but about like, I don't know, just barely under his boobs. Like the dude is fucking tall as shit. And I'm not overly tall, but I'm 5'9", and the dude towered over me.
I really enjoy, obviously, is the Hound. He was one of my favorites.
I love the Hound. Yeah,
But it really struck me that he's so different. Obviously, in real life, he's a professional actor, and it's like how close he was with the actress that played Arya and
Yes.
Sansa. They were like little kids, and they were with him at San Diego, and they looked like they were just having like a wonderful time. And it just made me love his character even more because it's such a departure from who he is. And
right.
So I was so excited when they cast him
to
carry on the role. He's gonna freaking kill it.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, so I love that stuff. Those were my favorite episodes of the Clone Wars, and that's the one thing that I do appreciate that Dave Filoni is able to do is give a chance in live action to some of his animated creations and carry that forward. So that's good.
Which I do want to get into, and that'll really be the main topic of the show. I mean, we have Sean here, and we were talking about it before the show, but we're like, we don't have anyone to talk Star Wars with anymore because fans killed it. Fans killed Star Wars. So.
I talk to myself in the shower about it. It's great.
I wake up in a cold sweat at night, like, fuck. The Rise of Skywalker really happened. God damn it.
Yes, they were riding those beasts across the bow of a Star Destroyer.
Somehow the Emperor returned.
Ugh.
Hey, yeah.
Kill me.
All right, we could praise on Sean for the next 45 minutes, which we're closing in on.
Yeah, please don't do that. Please don't do that. But I am proud. I will say the one thing that I
had to get to this one. Yes,
is I repainted this First Order TIE Fighter, and it now looks as close to an Imperial TIE Fighter in 1/12 scale that I could manage. So
it's phenomenal.
Yep.
So good, man. I wanted to get to this one. I didn't want to move out of it without getting to this shot because I know how much work you put into it.
That is all in camera. The background is the lava diorama. I've got a pole crammed up the backside of that TIE Fighter. And the lava diorama is just far enough away so that it's in camera, and there's a printed background. It's like 40 by 60 or something stupid. On a big,
it has to be, dude. That's fucking TIE Fighter.
But it's just it only has to be. There's just enough so that with the wings, so the wings do some of the heavy lifting for me by blocking out what's happening at the edges of the photo. And then I love the Mandalorian. I like shooting Star Wars characters that have helmets because most of the face sculpts on their real figures look dumb. So helmeted characters are easier to create the illusion that maybe it's like them. Maybe.
It's easier. I love the idea of sight and all that stuff. Yeah. So
I love the idea of him clinging to this thing as it whips him around and tries to shake him off and stuff. So that was,
it deserves love. It's
again,
amazing.
Well done,
Thank you.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. But I have more, and there's other stuff I feel like we need to talk about in, the realm of Sean's work, especially his Motu stuff. But for the sake of time, we'll move on. But so no one misses out, you can follow Sean on Instagram at Visual Approach Photo. And,
please do.
You will not be disappointed.
You might be. You might be. Who knows?
If you are disappointed, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
No, nothing gross. Like nothing erotic, unfortunately. Like I know I've seen in some toy photo groups. If you think it's a good idea to create tiny sex toys for your action figures, you should probably be medicated.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit Freudian out there lately. So
yeah, just get it over with. Kill your father and fuck your
mother.
Right.
I have I'm not an unfollow type of person, but I've become a lot more selective with who I do follow. But I have unfollowed quite a bit over some really weird shit. Just some weird shit.
I don't really see a ton of it on Instagram, but the Facebook groups, like, really, yeah. As I said in my story,
ignorant of Facebook.
Oh, good for you.
Good for you.
I have a page. Instagram story.
recently said that if you want to take those types of photos, please only show them to the person you have tied up in your basement. Because you are a loser.
No, I saw the post just after seeing the picture in the group, and I laughed my ass off for like 30 minutes.
I used to just comment like gross, like you're gross.
Nah, I think a lot of people need a little bit of a reality check. So yeah.
Right. It's okay. Not all. It's first of all, it's not art.
Yeah.
And there should be some boundaries because this hobby is tough enough. We're taking pictures of action figures and we're adults. So please don't cheapen it even more.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Don't make it harder for me to explain this to my colleagues at work, please.
Right. Yeah. Now I don't want anyone to ask me about it because I'm afraid that's what they're going to picture.
Right. Yeah. Like, don't go to Facebook, but this is a really cool community. Just only go to Instagram and look at it.
Right. Okay. There are real people out there that do it. Professional adults.
Yes. Professional adults. Yeah. Functioning adults with no one tied up in their basement. No one.
That's right.
A single person.
Yep.
All right. Into what we normally get into on the show. We do the Focus on Figures segment always. Normally the 4th episode. So the final episode of every month is Focus on Figures. So we kind of got a little taste of that with this one. Doting on Sean and his great work. We will more than likely do another Focus on Figures soon because the plan is to do a live from Legion's Con. We'll see how that goes.
Oh, what?
Yeah. We'll see how that goes. Just a bunch of drunken, crazy human beings in the lobby of a hotel. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be great. But as far as the normal nerdy shit goes, I didn't watch a whole lot this week. Didn't see a whole lot of stuff. Didn't have a lot of time. But I do know, we talked about this, Alberto. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein is in my theater down the road. So some point this week, we'll be going to see it.
Mine is an hour and a half away from me. So AMC and Fandango or Regal did not have the rights to show it. So it's very indie, and there's one in Lakeland. I'm going to have to have a conversation with my wife to try go see it at 9:45 at some point because I do want to see it in the theater. So
yeah, I could wait November 7th. It's close. It's close, but I'm not going to. It is showing. It's a packed week. It's Halloween week. There's all kinds of events. You know, you got to go to the Scream Park with the kids and all this stuff. So we'll figure that out. But I will carve out time to see it, and I will report back to you next weekend. But we know it's going to be great. It's Del Toro. It's Oscar Isaac. Come on. It's going to be great. So excited.
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited for that one.
But as far as horror things go, it is Halloween season. It's this week. It's great. So I was curious. I'm pretty sure we already know the answer to this for you, Alberto.
We never asked Sean favorite movies, horror movies.
That's what I was going with. What's your favorite horror movie, Sean, or your favorite, spooky season movie? You got to watch it every year. You got to watch it.
I really like. My favorite horror movie is Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. I like the Cenobites. I love the box. I love the gore. I love a skinless relatives back from the dead. Because it's all obviously tangible. It was done in the 80s, but just the gooiness of a skinless Uncle
good
Frank.
Times,
yeah. Oh, it's the best. So
yeah, best. Yeah, for
me, they don't do them like that anymore.
No,
they don't.
Except Del Toro. That's why I want to go see Frankenstein. So because everything is practical in that movie, man. And I've seen some.
And for me, it's the
stuff,
Thing,
and it's fantastic. Yeah, the Thing. Yeah.
Yeah, The Thing is the one every Halloween season. I've got to watch it. It feels like a Christmas movie because it's cold as fuck, but still, every Halloween, it's like this is it. This is pinnacle. It'll never be beaten.
Wow,
in my mind.
Now for Christmas, it's cliche for me. It's always Die Hard. So, but yeah, The Thing and Jaws. I always burn those two. So.
Dun 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 dun. Yep, love Jaws.
Yes, I was born in a fucking island, so anyway, we all have to go swimming in the ocean at some point. So yeah, the ocean and us is like
it had to be Jaws. Had to be Jaws. Yeah. But I guess I probably could have guessed Hellraiser 2. Had I thought long enough about it, like, all right, picture Sean, very metal. What's it gonna be? it's gonna.
Yeah, but
be
there are a lot of movies in that genre that I enjoy. Event Horizon, one being it's one I like, and it's pretty practical, gory.
Yeah.
First
Event
Eraser is.
Horizon. That is a Warhammer
I haven't
film.
seen all the Hellraisers, but I did the first one. The second one is the one with the skinless guy in the.
Uncle Frank is in the first one.
The first one, yeah.
And then it's the lady brings him back.
Okay.
In the second.
Yeah, I got my sequences wrong, but I remember seeing at least one or two. Yeah.
I used to have them all on VHS because I'm ancient, and
you're not that ancient, dude.
The last one I saw in the theater might have been the fourth one, but that was in like 2002, maybe 2001.
Now they go straight to streaming now, so I don't.
Yeah. I would love to watch. It's like now with kids, you can't. It's tough for me to carve out time to watch that stuff.
Always
awake and home.
They did a lot of movies with Clive Barker. I remember Nightbreed being one.
Oh yeah, I love Nightbreed. Yeah,
Nightbreed, Lords of Illusion was another one that was pretty good. But those are 80s and early 90s movies. Were really good, man. There was a lot of horror movies out there, and they were all forced to do the practical. They were low budget, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Now, it's like
now you just have Terrifier.
I have not seen that one. I hate clowns, so yeah. So
the last one had Chris Jericho in it, so it's like it's a big joke.
Yeah, no horror. Yeah, no. I'm good. Good horror though is, for me anyway. I don't know how you guys feel. I think we've talked about this, Alberto. I don't remember, but love the It movies. I'm even partial to the Tim Curry It, because it was in my era, so I enjoyed that as well. But have you guys watched Welcome to Derry yet? Are you planning on it?
It starts on the 27th, right?
Today? No, yesterday. What is today? The 20th? Oh, today. Yeah, it came out today. So I guess no, none of us have probably watched it.
I have been trying to catch up on Interview with the Vampire.
The original?
No, the
series
show.
The series, yeah.
Wait, they made a series?
Oh, it's so good.
I didn't know they made a series.
Yeah, Louis is the guy from Game of Thrones, right? And Lestat is, I don't know who plays Lestat. So.
It's Sam Reed plays Lestat.
I know all this because my mother is diehard Anne Rice, and every birthday we bought her the Mummy and Lestat and all. The Witching Hour. She has all the books, and
those books are so well. I mean, they get not great, but they start out. I mean, they're really. I mean, I read them when I was younger, much younger, more impressionable young person. Those books are really, really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Tale of the Body Thief, Memnoch the Devil, the Marius book. Obviously, the Vampire Lestat, and Interview with the Vampire, Queen of the Damned. They're all. I'm just naming books now. They're all great. I loved them all.
But most of it, I'm making. Queen of the Damned made it to film. Vampire Lestat did not. Interview with the Vampire.
Yeah, they skipped the second book and went right to Queen of the Damned.
Yeah.
They were going to do that. So bad. They were going to do that Mummy, I think, but I don't think they went ahead with that one.
Yeah, well, it's good Halloween watching because there's lots of gore. And it's vampires, and they're
Although I do love the original Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise movie. It's pretty good. It's pretty good vampire movie.
It's great. The guy that they got to play Lestat in the AMC show, Sam Reed, feel like he may actually be Lestat. He was born to play it. He is absolutely perfect, and he's just perfect. He's absolutely perfect.
I started.
I had no idea they did a show.
Yeah, I had a free trial and I watched a couple episodes a while back. I did not follow through though.
I'm finally making my way through season 2. There's a third season coming out that I think starts the second book. The second half of season 2 seems to be the second half of the first book.
So it's looking like they're going to cover the whole Vampire Chronicles, or is it just
Yeah, they got us. There's a show out for the Mayfair Witches. I think there's doing a show for the Talamasca, maybe.
Well,
It looks like they're doing the whole universe, and I probably won't watch all of it, but I'll watch the interview I'll watch the core Louis and Lestat and Armand stuff, and hopefully. And the last thing I'll say about it is the guy they got to play Santiago, the vampire that is the lead actor in The Coven, is so good. I mean, he's like frightening, like because he feels like he's just got so much weight.
And then the movie, it's this guy from The Crying Game, I think. Right?
Yeah.
And he's also the inspector in V for Vendetta.
Oh yeah,
but he's not. Name, but yeah, he's not as he's. There's so much more of him in the show that you really get to know him and see his performances and stuff, and he's scary because that like he's quite powerful. It's great. It's a great show. I've been really
you know what show, and I was going to recommend it to Tom because he loves snow horror. There's things in snow with horror. I don't know why. I get it. I kind of get it. Like the thing, but I don't know if you boys seen The Terror. It's an AMC. You saw that one?
Yeah, the first season is phenomenal, but the pedigree of the actors.
No, it's just that the first season. I haven't seen. Yes, I tried the first one. If you haven't seen it, Sean, if you have AMC, watch it, man. It's really brutal show.
Yeah, I figured I'm just gonna get all 40 streaming services.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Why not?
I missed.
No, but you're watching interviews, so it's on AMC, so it's in the same.
They added it to Netflix.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying. I miss cable. I would rather just pay the $100 a month I was paying for cable, and I watch whatever I want. Now I'm like, I got to pay $200 a month to watch everything I want.
And now you have to chase these movies around as the streaming rights change.
Yes.
Like, all right, where can I watch RoboCop now? Where?
And now Warner Brothers getting sold, that's going to fuck it up even more.
I'm a bit worried for DC with that sale. So
I think creatives in general should be worried because it's never good. Mm-hmm. We saw it with Fox. It's never good when you consolidate these massive companies that are based on creating content as far as the movies and TV shows go. All it does is when you merge two big companies into one, you lose half of the workforce because you don't need those other people because you already have a company. So it's bad for everything. It's just bad across the board. Shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah.
What Monopoly lost that forward right now, they're everything's out the window. So.
I was gonna say okay, but on to happier things, but not really. But still fun to talk about is Star Wars. Star Wars. I've been dying to talk about Star Wars. Like it's kind of a catch-22. So I've been dying to talk about Star Wars because I still love it.
Now, apparently there's I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm so disenfranchised with it.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's one of my childhood loves that has been defiled, and I don't really know where to go with it from here. I want to keep that love alive, but I don't have it. There's no lifelines, other than Dave Filoni, which some people would even disagree with me there. But it's like, where are my lifelines to keep this thing going?
Yeah.
And I guess it's what Starfighter. That's our next hope.
Dude.
Yeah, here's my. I think they need to find somebody, and maybe that's what they did with. Okay, let me start over. What I want to say is, they need to find someone that doesn't have this incredible reverence for Star Wars to make new Star Wars. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau are
geeks.
Are huge. They know about the toys. They know about the holiday special. They know about every little nook and cranny of Star Wars, and it informs the stories that they tell because they want to get the little. Wouldn't it be cool if we had the Kenner troop transport and the Mandalorian? And they want to do all these cool things. I would love to see someone do something new with Star Wars that isn't completely obsessed with it or didn't shape their childhood or their love for film, or it's not the reason why they went to film school. Like,
yeah,
George Lucas he didn't make stuff for us because we wanted it. He told us the story he wanted to tell, and I feel like a lot of the stuff that we're getting they're very expensive fan films, and they're not great.
Yeah.
They took everything and I love The Mandalorian, but they took everything that was cool about Boba Fett and they gave it to Din Djarin.
Yeah.
And then when they brought Boba Fett back from the dead, and they had no fucking idea what to do with him.
No.
And they made him walk around for 7 episodes, and then the best episodes of that series
it's from The Mandalorian.
Yeah. It's like
that it is one of the best episodes of The Mandalorian. Period.
Right. And it's like, how dare you do that to Boba Fett? Because Mandalorian is standing on his shoulders, and you cut Boba Fett off at the knees, and now you bring him back, and he's the mayor. He's the mayor. It was like, I love seeing Jabba's palace again. I love the fact that he got a Rancor and that he got Slave One back, and he freaking killed the Sarlacc, but there wasn't enough there for 8 episodes.
No.
Chrysanthemum was great to see. I love Fennec, but that's not what we like about Boba Fett. We like the mystery. Maybe some of that is on George Lucas for giving us Jango, but it is frustrating to see that Din Djarin embodies the coolness of Boba Fett, and now there's nothing left for him. He has no idea. He can't have an identity now.
It's like his mystique is gone. And now he's just a boring character that goes into the mythos of all these new boring characters they've given us from Star Wars, you know?
Yeah, Din Djarin had his Slave One in the Razor Crest. He's carbon freezing people. He's
Boba Fetting across the galaxy.
He's out there Boba Fetting.
Yeah.
Because
I actually blocked that from my memory, Boba Fett. I forgot just how bad that was. So yeah, that's a little bit of a
And that's saying a lot, dude. Yeah, from that character, you know, blocked Boba Fett.
I mean, because he was captivating. You know, when we're younger, you know nothing about him, so you get to imprint your own ideas about him, and make him as cool as you want him to be. And then, especially when you're playing days and stuff like that. So
but they sold them in a way that everybody knew who he was, but nobody knew anything about it. Just everybody panicked when he was just there, you know. So it led you to think that this guy.
Well, how could somebody possibly talk to Darth Vader like that?
Mm-hmm.
How could somebody question what Darth Vader is saying? Yes. No one has ever done that in the first 2 movies until Boba Fett's like, "Hey, what?" And it kind of gives him the business.
Yeah.
And obviously, he comes in with a reputation, and Darth Vader's very aware of him. So it was like, I just felt like, again, they never really were able to capitalize on that. They did with The Mandalorian. That's all. Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau, who again I do appreciate them and what they've done, and they're shepherding the franchise and their love for it, but they wanted to make a Boba Fett show, and then how do we do that? Well, we can't use Boba Fett for some reason. They projected it all onto a new character, because it also didn't come with some of the baggage that probably. They wanted to tell some of the story of their
but that begs the question: why did they decide to go ahead with Boba Fett then after the Mandalorian was so successful?
Yeah, that's baffling. That's baffling. I don't know.
And it was tough because he had such an incredible, like entrance in Mandalorian, and he was like crushing it. Like he was just wrecking stormtroopers, doing all this incredible stuff, but then in his own show, he has to sit in the back to tank for 12 hours a day. It was like
because they didn't know what to do with him. You know, they're just like
walking it back. Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I guess on that same note with Dave Filoni, so we have Ahsoka, which I really enjoyed the show, even though there are some issues that I have with the show. But he's just trying to marry his creations from animated to live action. And while I
Yeah, but
appreciate that,
that's gonna have some troubles in the long run because now
yes,
Thrawn crossed over. So how are you not gonna address either Han Solo, Princess Leia, or Luke Skywalker, who is by far by Lord the only Jedi still alive running around, and not bring him in to deal with this massive threat that has just arrived from out of nowhere? So I don't know if they're gonna do something, which is the fear of, I suppose, recasting Han Solo and bring young people in to play the parts. But something's got to do, because if you're doing a Ahsoka show with Thrawn running around the galaxy and not bring Luke Skywalker into the fold,
Right.
or it's I don't
He
know.
can't be this massive existential threat, and then not have the one person that can address it.
Yeah, exactly.
the only person that can address it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peace out to Sean's little guy. Just poked in there.
That's him.
In and out. Photo bomb.
They used Princess Leia in the first season of Ahsoka with C-3PO. They were he was basically passing notes, reading text messages. It's like, I mean, I get it because they're trying. It's like they're there, but they should recast them. They should, because it's about the story.
It's it's not gonna work. I don't see at least the Falcon or Han or Chewie not involved in the fold, or Lando, or with this major of a threat coming in. Thrawn literally in canon is the heir to the Empire, so he's basically going to rally everything around that's left of the Empire and make a final push. And God knows if the Emperor is going to show up, or I don't know if they're going to bring Shadows, Dark Empire into.
Well, they're going to. There's going to be budget issues too. They're going to come up with something. Is that they're constrained in so many ways that he's going to have to do some canon gymnastics to try to make it work.
Because we don't know what this Mandalorian movie is going to be about. So does it have to do with that, or is it just fan pleasing?
I feel like it's going to be pretty self-contained.
But with what?
I think it's
kind of. What else are they going to bring in? Who else is he going to fight?
I truly don't think it's going to bring in much. I think this is their, it's basically a glorified hour and 45-minute episode of The Mandalorian. Maybe it brings up some stuff, but I really just think it's going to be a good popcorn fun movie. And they're trying to dip their toe back in the water of Star Wars in the box office. Like, here you go. It's Baby Yoda. Everyone loves Baby Yoda. Go watch this. It's going to be a fun adventure movie. But they're not actually going to get crazy with it. That's how I feel. It's going to be very, very surface with this film. I think. I don't know. That's how it feels to me. Low budget, low risk. So they're bringing.
You'd think that they already made whatever the money they paid to George Lucas, so they could have give out at least some creative liberty to people coming in. But I don't know, the studio.
They seem like a studio that has no leadership that can clearly direct them creatively. It's
I feel it's the same thing as what's happening.
They don't have a plan
with Marvel right now. They don't have, it's like a chicken without a head running around. So
correct.
Well, their biggest problem is that they can't use the characters that they want to use. It's expensive for them to digitally composite a younger Mark Hamill every time he's on screen, and he's not entirely convincing. And they're not going to do that with Han Solo. And they didn't learn the right lesson from Han Solo tanking, because Han Solo didn't tank because it wasn't a good movie.
Not at all.
It tanked because of The Last Jedi.
Correct.
And how do they not see that? And The Last Jedi, unfortunately, did a lot of things very poorly, but it did a couple of things relatively well. The worst thing that they did in that movie, in my opinion, was not have Finn and Poe together on Canto Bight.
Mm-hmm.
Why on earth would you separate the two characters that have the most chemistry and have Poe basically do nothing? And it was like, there were so many, I didn't care. If you want to have Luke Skywalker be terrible and undo everything that Luke Skywalker fought for, and then turn him into a terrible, Jake Skywalker, as Mark Hamill would refer to him as.
Yeah, it makes me sick. Yeah.
I can almost be okay with them trying to tell a different story and try to turn him into Obi-Wan, where they found a way for him to go into exile and tie him to the creation of Kylo Ren. But I kind of had I had so many more issues with the logic of that movie.
Yeah.
Lasers curving in space.
Yeah.
Spaceships
sideways.
Spaceships running out of fuel and slowing down in space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The First Order fleet not just jumping to hyperspace to be in front of them and then just fucking turning around and obliterating them. Maybe it was hubris and the Empire wanted to toy with them and that's their fatal flaw, but there were so much logic that just kind of went out the window with a lot of that stuff. That those were my biggest gripes with that movie. It kept pulling me out of the story. I was okay with, I loved the chemistry between Daisy and Mark Hamill. I loved the connection in the Force between Kylo Ren and Rey. I think they needed to interact in the film.
Yeah.
I loved the throne room fight. I loved that the way Ben dispatches Snoke and then they fight. I was like, that fantastic. But there's so many other choices that I just couldn't.
I think that was a very underused cast. Snoke. It was here he is. He's a big badass in the first film. Now in the second film, he's a badass, and poof, that's it. And then it's the Emperor and the rest of Skywalker.
And you could tell they didn't have a plan. They were rushing. They didn't have a plan they were writing the script for the Force Awakens in the hangar of the First Order, of the finalizer, whatever that was called. See him and Lawrence Kasdan sitting there writing this thing. And then they hand it over to Rian Johnson, who kind of goes in his own direction, which fine. But there was no continuity really. And then with Colin Trevorrow being taken off of The Rise of Skywalker, and then J.J. Abrams trying to salvage this pie in the oven. He did what he thought he had to do, and it ended up being just when she pulls the thing out of the dagger and lines it up with the Death Star wreckage, I was like, I'm out of here. That's so for reference, I saw The Phantom Menace 27 times in the theater.
Yeah.
I saw Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith each 10 to 15 times in the theater. And I saw Revenge of the Sith not long ago in the theater again when it was re-released.
Yeah.
So did I.
I saw The Force Awakens 10 times in the theater.
Wow.
I was okay with that. I really enjoyed that movie. I think I saw the other two each twice. No, I saw Rise of Skywalker once, and I saw The Last Jedi twice. Once with my buddies, and then I took my wife to see it. It was and it doesn't even enter my consciousness anymore. And that's the hardest part for me as a lifelong fan. I'm looking at I'm sitting behind got the sail barge. I've got Star Wars stuff literally everywhere. It's been a huge part of my identity. My son's name is Luke. So the hardest part for me is how it's just waned so much, and it's been taken over by the consciousness it's not in people's, it's not on, people aren't talking about it. People aren't excited about it.
No. Yeah.
And that's tough for me because I still am excited about these movies that are almost 50 years old now.
Yeah.
But they had a real opportunity to carry it forward and then make it great for a new generation. And so far that has not been the case.
Do you feel like with Starfighter that they are truly going to start fresh? We don't know a lot about it right now, but unfortunately it does take place in the same timeline of Rise of Skywalker. I believe it's 5 years after. That's about all we know. Ryan Gosling's trying to get a certain child somewhere which we can assume is to a Jedi Academy. He's got a Force-sensitive child. He's just an X-Wing pilot. He finds this kid, trying to take him to Rey or whomever. But should they have moved farther out from the Rise of Skywalker stuff? Should we have ignored it and gone 100 years forward and started over? You know?
I guess it depends on the story that they're trying to I like Rey. I think they did her a disservice.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
So I would love to have Daisy get another chance at playing this character again in not too far removed from the Rise of Skywalker. I think they have a chance to. I think the Clone Wars did an incredible job of elevating the prequels. I think they can do that
saving Anakin.
Yeah, I think they can do that with Rey and with Daisy. I think they should probably stay away from identity politics if they want to do that. I think there's an opportunity for them to get back to traditional or more Star Wars-y type storytelling. Not saying it should not be political, but it doesn't have to be so overt. I think that they can do it in a way that's compelling and doesn't maybe betray the story they're trying to tell.
I'm just worried who's going to be the threat 5 years after the Rise of Skywalker.
Well, that's kind of the problem when you tie everything up with a nice ribbon.
Mm-hmm.
Han and Leia and Luke, and they've lost countless. I mean, they fought tooth and nail. They did what they needed to do, and then you have to undo all of it. And in the opening crawl of The Force Awakens, they said Luke Skywalker has vanished. And in his absence, the First Order has risen from the ashes. So they basically blame Luke in the opening crawl that the First Order has now in the time that he's been gone, they've been able to have this huge impact on the galaxy and take over all of these star systems. And I don't know how they're building these ships, but they get built pretty quick.
Because the entire fleet and what's the planet where Palpatine was Exegol, it literally got buried again in the ice. So I don't know who the hell is going to be. I don't think we're going to see Star Destroyers anytime soon.
I just feel like every character has too much baggage now from the sequel trilogy. We got to move past it, whether we like them or not. In my mind, I need to move past it. Like, let's dump the baggage. Let's go 50, 100 years in the future and start over.
They did that in the comics with Legacy of, what was it? Legacy of the, whatever it was called. Star Wars Legacy. That's what it was.
Yes, Star Wars Legacy.
With that descendant of Luke Skywalker, who was like a Jedi, but like was running spice and addicted to spice himself, and then they brought in Darth Krayt and all of the other. It was like that was an interesting, fresh take that kind of where there were plenty of callbacks to those Clone Wars comics, which were fun. I'm looking over at all the trade paperbacks over there that I enjoyed reading.
And there was so much story that they decided it was non-canon that they could have used. There was literally tons of good stories that they could have used as the last sequel. But
they used Jason Solo as the blueprint for Kylo Ren. Except they ignored all of the compelling parts about him. They skipped all that part, and they made him turn. And then they showed him as Kylo Ren, and it's like,
they should have put in more siblings at least. So.
Well, to not give him Jaina or the equivalent or whatever they were going to call her, and I feel like you have to give Luke Mara at that point. And there's just so much. And again, I understand that they wanted. It's like the new Lucasfilm canon group that was working on these stories was kind of like looking over their shoulder at the EU and kind of copying what they liked and trying to reconfigure it in a compelling way. But in my mind, Ben Solo was Jason Solo without Jaina. And they just made his turn largely uncompelling. They didn't really explain how Snoke had gotten to him, and that he was just suddenly a Knight of Ren and not a Sith Lord. So it was like it's like the same but different. And I'm just supposed to accept it. And to a large degree, I think I'm a mark for Star Wars. I think if you tell me something in a compelling way, I could find a way to enjoy it. I want to enjoy things more than I want to hate on them. Like I mean, geez, I would prefer that. I mean, I want to have fun. I want to be entertained. I don't go into these experiences looking to crap on them. More often than not, I can try to find the good in them, but they're wearing out their welcome lately. I really like Star Wars Rebels. I really like the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian. I did like Ahsoka. Sorry, Trevor.
I did too. Sorry, Trevor.
No, but I'm worried about that. What's going to happen now that they're going back to the galaxy where everything is at? That's only I don't know how they're going to work with that. So because they could have stayed over there or maybe made that part of where they were. So
I feel like they're going to keep it all in the outer and near the unknown regions, so that Luke doesn't get there. And it's going to be Ezra and Hera, and it's going to be Rebels season 6 or whatever it is.
Which I'm fine with.
Yeah. It can't be as existential a threat as we're accustomed to with Thrawn, because he is not going to be dealt with with probably the full might of the Republic.
No.
So
Ahsoka will deal with him. That's how that's going to go. I'm honestly really more interested in
there's 3 storylines right now. There's Ahsoka and what's her name? And Shin
and Baylan.
And Baylan, and now there's Thrawn with Ezra going back to
So, I'm actually more interested in what Baylan's got going on as far as that overall, all of those storylines go. I'm more engrossed in the Shin Baylan arc than anything else. So I
like the Mortis stuff. Those 3
Mortis
I do like it when they get weird with the Force. That is the one benefit to having someone that is steeped in Star Wars lore, being a creative, is that if they can go weird and they can get crazy with their ideas about the Force, and Dave Filoni's would still be kind of anchored in what George believed, which I think is important. But then he can kind of play with what balance is and what the Force is, and actually trying to interpret its will, or if that's even a thing, and that can be very interesting. And I'm curious to see now that Ahsoka is having these conversations and this reckoning with Anakin, how Hayden Christensen plays into that. Episode 5, that flashback with her or young Ahsoka and Hayden Christensen, I thought was great. There was some speculation that they were going to use the World Between Worlds to retcon the sequel trilogy. I don't think they'll ever do that, but it was nice to be able to get Hayden Christensen in there as Anakin. I do think it's funny that, I mean, they're trying to kind of rehabilitate his character a little bit, and almost separate the fact that Anakin is Darth Vader, it seems, because like Darth Vader is responsible for unspeakable atrocities, but we love Anakin.
I think that's the one good thing the Obi-Wan Kenobi show did. I really did not like that show at all, but it really brought back the brutality of Darth Vader. You saw that in the show with him going through that village and destroying civilians. I love that. Vader is a villain. Anakin is evil, and I like that. I don't want that to get lost. I can understand this whole plight of Anakin. We love him, but no, he's still turned to Darth Vader, and he's still the greatest villain of all time. He needs to stay there.
Yeah, he's just he is conflicted. He's tortured, and he made some really bad decisions. But those were decisions that he ultimately made, and he was duped. I feel like you could probably get him to buy solar or change his internet provider pretty easily. You don't have to join any religion you want. I mean, it's like
Scientology.
Yeah,
he's in. He's all in.
He would be all in.
He's a Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Do you have a minute to talk about our Lord and Savior Emperor Palpatine?
Yeah.
Love this guy. Love this guy.
I love it though. As much as I love Star Wars, and as much as Star Wars disappoints me to my core, or what we get with modern Star Wars, I'm gonna be there day one until I'm probably fucking dead, and I'll just be a talking head on YouTube complaining or praising whatever the hell it is they release.
It's like a junkie when they do heroin the first time. It's like this euphoric, incredible thing.
Yeah.
And then you're chasing that initial high the entire time, and you never fully achieve it. Yeah. That's what I'm living with right now with Star Wars.
That's what we got. Alberto, I don't think we haven't really crossed this bridge, but are you a prequel guy? Do you like the prequels?
I do like the prequels. I think the Clone Wars helped a little bit to clear a lot of the mess that was going on, but I do appreciate because I remember I saw Return of the Jedi I remember what year, 84? I was too young by then, but I remember seeing when they did the remakes again in the theater. I've always been an original trilogy guy, but I did enjoy the prequels. I saw the Phantom Menace more than not as much as Sean, but yeah, I saw it a couple of times, and Revenge of the Sith is one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite.
And if you have a chance, the novelization for Revenge of the Sith is.
You told me that, yeah. I gotta.
Incredible. It's Matthew Stover is one of the best to ever write for Star Wars.
And Clone Wars, the Attack of the Clones is. I can't watch more than I think I've been like 3 times. I can't watch it more than that.
I can watch the third act of Attack of the Clones.
Yeah,
the middle act,
the whole Anakin. I love when he slaughters the Sand People village. That's pretty intense.
Yeah.
There.
I love it when Padme is in a bustier telling Anakin that they can't be together.
Yeah,
he's like, "Well, what the hell are you wearing that for? Why are we standing in front of this fireplace? What is going on?"
So many mixed signals right now.
I'm gonna go take a really long shower then. I guess I'll see ya.
Yeah, I'm gonna practice on my lightsaber. I'll be back soon. So
she was like insulting him on Naboo to the royalty. Oh, he's just a Padawan. This guy, he sucks. I had to bring him.
Yeah.
And then they're
Attack of the Clones is definitely the weakest of the prequels for me, but I still enjoyed it. I'm one of the weird ones where even though I have issues with all the prequel films, they exist in canon in my mind.
But at least they made sense in the whole,
right.
And it felt like the story was carried through properly not very well in the second act, but the whole trilogy worked. It was cohesive at the end, and then thank God they did the Clone Wars, and they reinvindicated a lot of the characters there, a lot of plot holes, and they open up.
There's some real logic leaps in the prequels, just with Anakin's turn.
Yes.
He is really convinced that Padme is going to die in childbirth, and I guess that the premonitions about his mother were true, so that kind of helps shape that certainty for him.
So the Jedi Order was not helping at all.
And Yoda was just like, yeah, it's really great when people we know die. It's great. You should throw a party when they die because they got to become one with the Force. He's just like, what?
And then Mace Windu hammering the fact, we don't trust you, I don't like you, I don't trust you, I don't like you, you're a douchebag, blah, 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 you're arrogant.
So that was kind of the Jedi needed to be somewhat
arrogant,
dogmatic and arrogant for it to work. But like they've been sitting in a room with Palpatine for 10 years.
Yeah, no shit.
Remarkable. It's I mean, I still like it, but it's like I've seen you see it so much that it's like there's a logical leap with a lot of it.
Oh, 100%. Yes.
I mean, you can have the same arguments about the original trilogy too.
Correct.
But it's still, I don't know. I for some reason I'm okay with it, and it doesn't mean that it's true or right, but they get a pass, and people not named George Lucas do not. I don't know. That's maybe not okay, but
I mean, it is all subjective at the end of the day. It either works with you or it doesn't, but if it does work with you, it's fine.
And that's
and
why, I'm
that's also
happy.
Fine,
I'm happy for people that do like the new stuff, and
me too.
Because it's like, that's great. I wish I did. I wish I loved it as much as you did. That would make my life a whole lot more enjoyable. But I'm happy for people that do like it. I don't. No ill will towards anyone that thinks that The Last Jedi is their favorite Star Wars movie.
I think it's supposed to be generational it's made for the people.
Yeah.
We had our chance, and now this is the new chance. I don't know, but there might be a little bit of
good ones.
But I'm that curmudgeon-y old fuck with a walker, and I'm like, no, in my day.
I remember when Yoda was a puppet.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a puppet again now. They're trying to appease me by making everyone a puppet again. Well, it's working.
It's working. I've still got some clout. This old fucker in a walker. I still got some clout. No, but guys, we could go on forever. But what we do like to do with beautiful constituents of this nerdocracy is keep it somewhat short and sweet. So I think we're going to wrap this one up. You will probably see Sean again in 2 weeks if we do a crazy inebriated episode of Nerdocracy.
11 days and not 3 weeks, 11 days. So
Did I say 3 weeks?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
We're right around the corner. Yeah.
It's coming up. It's
going to be great.
It's going to be fun. I'm excited. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
But we're going to call it a wrap on this week's episode of Nerdocracy. As always, we thank you, the constituents of this Nerdocracy, for watching the show. Do the obligatory YouTube things like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. Make sure you go and follow Sean on Instagram. Alberto pointed there. I'll point
there. Thank you.
There he is. You won't be disappointed. Visual approach photo. You got to follow him. You're going to love it. But guys, thank you for jumping on this one. We will be back next week. Tom should be back. And what are we going to talk about? We don't fucking know, but we'll figure it out when we get there.
No fucking clue.
We'll figure it out. But until then, and in accordance with the show's topics, may the force be with you.
I thought you were going to say live long and prosper.